Welcome back to Regular Guys Outdoors. I'm Chris. Hopefully you're still with us for elk season even after you watched that last one. I didn't document it very well and that shot still hurts my soul. All that practice and I miss a big gap at close range. So this video right here is, I think I've got all the stuff I'm going to take out on my back country hunt with Brian all laid out on the table here. So what I figure I would do is do a brief rundown of what I'm taking and why. First up is my backpack. It's a KUIU model, and I haven't done a review on it because it is a discontinued model as well. It is an Ultra 6000, and it will hold quite a bit of stuff. This is my one-man Walmart tent. I paid about $35 for it, and so far it's been a great value. And the best part is it weighs 2.59 pounds. Phone chargers. I can keep my action cameras and my phone charged with these. I got these two for that job. The solar function on this doesn't work, but it was like 15 bucks, so I kind of knew that wasn't going to work from the get-go. And I've got this little tiny one here. This one's going to stay in my backpack, and when these are dead, then the phone goes to super standby mode and probably powered off most of the time, and then that's what will do this, because Brian and I both have Onyx on our map or on our phone, so we can navigate and whatnot. This is my water purification kit. This also will stay in my backpack all the time. I can use this as a bladder and carry stuff back to camp and have about a gallon of water. That will then, this screws in the bottom, and it's got a filter on the other end, and then that can just hang down and get water. Gotta have your filtration system out there. Kill kit will stay in my backpack. It's got 4 game bags, cordage to hang, some latex gloves, and I think 2 trash bags in case I need to put this inside my backpack. I won't bloody up my backpack. With that kill kit you need some knives. I don't know where my Havalon Piranta is right now, so I've got this little guy. It's really lightweight and I think it even floats. And then I've got this particular Havalon. I think this is the Barracuda, but this has a bone saw on it. And I've got one extra bone saw blade and 2 extra blades that would go on the Havalon Piranta. I could put them on here if I need to. Two rechargeable headlamps. Again, I can still use those battery packs and charge them off of this. One little handheld flashlight. And this little guy, little cheap thing off of Amazon. This plugs into your battery packs, and then it's got an iPhone, a GoPro, a USB, and a mini USB port on it. So this would go on my Tacticam. This would fit my cell phone housing charger, my cell phone, and my GoPro. So all in one little deal right here. Weatherproof army bag. Its only downside is it is kind of heavy. Got 2 smaller waterproof bags, much lighter. Now, clothing wise, let me turn the camera and we'll go for some clothes here. Now I've got some clothes that aren't necessarily that cheap, but I got them on the clearance rack at the KUIU.com website. So I've got some merino wool socks and underwear, and those really do avoid body odors. They do a pretty good job. So I got a KUIU hoodie here. I've got two merino wool Kuiu pants. These are really light, really thin, and they fold up really small. But their biggest advantage is that this zipper, it zips off. So when you have them on in the morning and it starts to warm up, you don't have to do anything other than just drop your trowel, unzip this, and pull them off. You don't have to take your boots off to get these off in the morning. I got my hoodie that I've been wearing, a little camouflage. I think it's by Under Armour. These are my Walmart pants. You might have seen them on the rack. They're about $22 and pretty good value. Backup set of pants. These are made by Walls 10X. I have a second pair in there that I wore last year, but going through all those, the brush and the skunk brush and the scrub oak, the other ones are getting a little tore up, and I don't trust the cargo pockets at this point. A little wool poly blend top and bottom in case it's cold at night, or in case I just have to have another layer. And a little poly top here with a kind of a collar and a zip. You can regulate your body temperature a little bit. Army neck gaiter. Always got to have one of those. And this is the newer Army PT cap type things. So I like the gray Army PT cap, but it is, I don't care for the color, but now they're brown. Very nice. Sleep system. Let me move the camera again. The sleep system here, very important that you get enough sleep, because if you don't, you're going to run out of gas quick in the backcountry. So I've got a compactor bag to put all this in, and secondary I have a trash bag that I can use for multiple things. I can put a quarter in this and dunk it in the creek while we're packing out another quarter. I can use this as an entire backpack cover. It's a really big lawn bag. But I've got a 35-degree bag here. It's really lightweight. It's under 3 pounds, but the problem is it's not a 35-degree bag. You're going to do 50 at best with this, probably 55. So I've also got this liner that's supposed to add X amount of degrees to it. Plus, this keeps your body oil off your bag itself, and this is easier to wash and clean than this. An insulated blow-up air mat. Unfortunately, it doesn't blow up like my uninsulated one. This one takes a lot more breaths. My other one, 14 breaths, and it's completely full. This one is closer to 30. A blow-up pillow fits in this little guy. You may have seen this on Facebook. It's the one they say, you send us the shipping, we'll send you a free pillow. That's this guy. Let me move the camera again and we'll talk about food. Food is very important because, again, if you don't get enough sleep or enough calories and enough nutrition, you're going to be dying quick. So, with that in mind, I think I've got this dialed in, and I think got a solid 6 days worth of food here. The problem is going to be carrying it, because this is your heavy part. All the stuff on that other table is kind of like your base. Like, that's what you're going to have whether you're going out for 2 days or 5 days or what have you. You know, you're going to have that stuff. This weight is determined by how many days you're going, and so we're looking at somewhere between 5 and 7 days of planning, because our vehicles are going to be 11 miles apart as the crow flies. So whomever we're closer to, if we were to get an elk, that's the one we're going to, or whichever one's going to be the easiest way to get back. Not necessarily the closest, but the easiest. So, that being said, everything I got should fit into this Army sleeping bag stuff sack that I have left over from my Army days. I've got a little carabiner on top because this is going to clip in to this rope, and this is going to go over the branch, and you're going to suspend this up and out of the way of bears. Alright, this guy, I have 5 kind of breakfasts individually packed here. We're talking Laura bar, little individual sausages, like little summer sausages, like the old Wisconsin brand type sausages. So there's like 10 to 14 per bag, 5 bags. And then I've got almonds and trail mix and sunflower seeds and Laura bars in here. So this will do 5 mornings per se, or 5 meals that I don't have to break out the stove. I've got a 8-ounce canister of fuel in here and a little backup right here, the smaller version. So then the rest of the freeze-dried meals are separated into days. So these 2 are for 1 day, these 2 for number 2, 3, 4, oh, there goes 1, 5. I've got a couple of mango sticky rice, and then I've got a couple of backups, and then I've got some snacks. I got a pile of Laura bars, and I will end up with a little dairy in my diet right here, and that one right there. But I've got a lot of these are almond butter and those type little packets. These are little breakfast biscuits and fig bars. And I'm going to try to carry, I got 2 packs of these tortillas to go with the almond butter. So I'll make little peanut butter or almond butter sandwiches with this. So with the 5 of these, the 5 dedicated sets of freeze-dried food, plus all this extra little this and that's, I should be good to go for up to 7 days. Coffee, gotta have the coffee. So I've got a mix of some instants, some pour overs, and this guy. So that's a 6-pack. There's 4, 16, so that's 26 servings. So that should last 6 or 7 days. This here is my little luxury item. It's a little coffee cup, and it actually will collapse on itself and stores away real small. It's called Light My Fire. And that guy goes out right there. Bada boom, bada bing. Got these guys because they have 1, vegetable nutritional power, and they're full of potassium. They have a good bit of sodium, but a lot of potassium, and unlike the sports drinks, i.e. Gatorade and Powerade type drinks, these don't have the artificial colors, they don't have the sugars, they have more potassium by a long shot. And if I got the original ones, I'm not overly worried about my salt intake, so got that. And then I think the only thing else I have over here is got a bag of nuts, and I got vitamins of various sorts. I got ginger and turmeric, and what else? I got a multi-packs. Got a little bit of ibuprofen in case I need that. I've got white willow bark, and all those supplements there are mostly to help prevent inflammation. I'm not as young as I used to be, so it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of that in your corner when you're going to be on your feet a lot. And some magnesium for night. It's supposed to help you relax a little bit. So that's what I got right there. Forgot to cover a couple little items. This is like an emergency bag. I got Band-Aids, tweezers, a needle to pop blisters, the backup water purification tablets, some insect repellent in case it gets crazy, some Neosporin, electrical tape, fingernail clippers, tweezers, some stop bleed packets, and I figure if need be, just cut off a piece of shirt, put this on, slap that on, run some tape on it, pack it down, and my little hygiene pouch. You got the essentials, got floss, toothbrush, soap, toothpaste, and like a scent killer deodorant with the scent killer soap, and some Q-tips, of course, You got the baby wipes. These are the flushable, unscented style, so that they decompose faster. When you dig your little hole and go to the bathroom, these will decompose quicker than, say, a big heavy-duty baby wipe. Alright, that's everything that was on the table. I didn't put my vitamins in there, the cook stove, or the little cup. And it's not light at all. So the idea with that food is to eat the heavier stuff food first. The 5 I packed into that gallon Ziploc bag, the tortillas, the V8s, the Laura bars, that stuff needs to go down first so that you get rid of that weight earlier and left with more of just the freeze-dried food. So that bag's not waterproof, but doesn't need to be because everything inside of it is waterproof. So now let's see how we pack the rest. Other than the fact it's pretty dang heavy, it's comfortable and well balanced at least. Now let's check out the bino harness. Alright, not everything here is going to go in the bino harness, but so we've got our rangefinder in this front slot. This is where I put my license, and it's got a couple zip ties and a pen so I can sign it and attach it. We'll get a lip balm, we'll get a wind checker. In the rangefinder pouch, an extra battery for the rangefinder. That wouldn't be completely detrimental if the battery were to die, but then you'd just be carrying around the rangefinder for nothing. A couple diaphragms. Somehow I ended up with 2 of the same call. It's a really good sounding call. This is also another Havalon product. It's got a standard blade, and then it's got the replaceable blade like the Piranta. So this will go in my bino pouch at the bottom. A baby wipe. My little multi-tool. This one's a little Gerber dime. That'll go in here. And I attach that to this little cord that's attached to the bino harness. That way I don't lose it. I got a tiny little lighter that stays in here. That way I can at least start a fire. This guy attaches to my belt loop, goes in my pocket. This guy attaches to my belt loop, goes in my pocket. They'll go over here with the stuff that I'm actually going to wear. My binos. I think I said before, these are some little Nikon Aculons. Best 90 bucks I've spent. This will go, another lip balm will go in my pocket. You know, this pack is heavy, but probably a solid 25 to 30% of it is that food. So once we start getting into the days, the food will start coming out. And there is 3 liters of water in here already, so that's already accounted for. I've got the 2 Camelbacks that look the same. Camelbacks, they're a generic brand. So one I can use as a bladder and carry extra water. If our camp isn't near water, I can use the Sawyer filter bag that holds about a gallon. I got 3 liters in my Camelback and 3 liters in the other Camelback. So I can carry a fair amount of water back to camp if we need it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and the next time you see me, I should be out in the woods. So go ahead and give us a subscribe right there. And as always, thanks for watching.